Let me describe something and tell me if this sounds really familiar to you. If you're not failing, you're not brand new, and you're not, you know how to sell real estate, but your lead generation feels very fragile, then this video is for you. So some weeks it's working, some weeks it's quiet, and then there's this low level stress in the background because you don't feel, you don't fully trust your processes. So here's the real problem that you're probably facing. Your business relies too much on you remembering, reacting, and holding everything together. And today I'm gonna go ahead and break down what's actually broken, but more importantly, I'll give you the prescription to fix it so your business starts feeling stable instead of stressful. So stay with me, because this is where things finally just go, I had an aha moment. They click for everybody else. So quick context for you. I've been practicing real estate since 2009, and I've built and rebuilt my own business through multiple market cycles. And what I focus on now is building standardized systems that don't rely on one single person like myself holding everything in my hand or my head. It allows me to be scalable and duplicatable, which allows me to implement this into other people's business like yours. And so if you want that, simply just apply down below or click the link down below for a 90-day free coaching program. I'll help you figure out all your systems, lead gen, blah, 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 into your business so you can now progress and scale faster than you thought possible. But let's diagnose this whole thing so you can probably do it yourself without having to rely on anybody else. Here's the real diagnosis for most agents and probably you. Your business works only when you're actively touching it, right? So if you stop following up, posting, checking your CRM, nudging the conversations along, everything kind of just slows down. That means that there's no buffer, there's no margin, and no room to breathe. And it creates this cycle right here. You grind, then you're busy, then you stop lead gen, then your pipeline dries up, and then you panic, and then you repeat this whole process. That's not a motivation problem, right? That's a design flaw that we need to fix ASAP. And I've lived this exact cycle over and over and over again, but I figured out how not to, and I'm gonna share it with you right now. So there were years where I was very productive on paper. The deals were closing, escrows were just stacking, but mentally exhausted because everything depended on me staying on top of it. If I missed a single week, I felt it. If I took time off, I paid for it later. And that's when I realized a business that collapses when I step away from it isn't scalable, it's fragile. Now, realization has changed, but I've built everything after that to make sure it doesn't go that way. So here's the prescription I used. It's very simple, but very powerful. Standardize before you optimize, right? So what that means is stop trying to make things perfect, make them repeatable first. If only it works when you do it, it's not a system. It's not gonna work for everybody else. Then you gotta separate your lead generation from your follow-up. These are different jobs. So they might seem very similar, but they're very different. Lead gen creates opportunities, follow-up then converts those opportunities. Mixing them together just creates chaos in your business. Now, the third thing you want to do is install guardrails for your business to make sure everything runs appropriately and safely as possible. You need systems that notice when things more or less stop, like scorecards, automation, external accountability, right? Guardrails keep you on the road when life gets busy. And this is how business basically stops swinging emotionally and start systematizing properly. When agents install this prescription, a few things will happen very, very quickly. Your stress will drop, your clarity will increase, and decisions get very, very easy, right? The lead generation stops feeling urgent and starts feeling very predictable. Then when confidence comes back, not because you're doing more, but because the system is doing more for you. If your business feels fragile right now, it's not because you're bad at this whole thing. It's just because you don't have the prescription. It's because the design needs to change for your business and your lifestyle. So let's fix that together, right? And if you want my help installing this into your business, standardizing all these systems and getting things that actually scale, click the first link in the description and book a call with me. But in the next video, I'm going to talk about what changes when your business is finally built to scale, because here's where leverage, optionality, and freedom starts to show up in your business. And this is where this all leads for you in producing the most amount of real estate you could possibly produce without going crazy.